Welcome back. Now let's talk about the last category of children. Now I'm going to lump together actually a number of different age ranges from 5 all the way through to the teenage years and discuss with you how we can protect these ones from sustaining injuries within the home environment and even as they go out. Now I know that you're probably wondering that, well, 5 through to 19, the problems that a 7-year-old child will face are different from those that a 14-year-old will face. And you're right. So I'll talk about some general things and then we'll zoom in on some specifics depending on the age range of the child. So after 5, they are going to school, they go and join the school bus, they go out, they play out, they go for not meetings but rehearsals and all those things and then come back. So there are certain things that now you as a parent, you need to begin to talk to your child about. Talking to your child, what are those things you have to talk about? How to cross the road. Look left, right, look left again before you cross the road. Look to make sure that no car is coming before you cross. Many children, especially the little boys, they tend to think that they are fast, they have speed. So you see him flying across the road, not judging how far or how close a car is, not judging the speed of the approaching car. And before you are aware, he gets knocked down. Children come in a lot being knocked down by cars, motorbikes. You don't get them, they come in being involved as a passenger in a car when they are traveling with their parents or things like that. But you get them being brought in a lot, having been knocked down as pedestrians by a car or by a motorcycle or even sometimes by a bicycle. So it's up to you as a parent to educate your child how to cross the road, how to look to make sure that no car is coming before they cross the road. Road safety is one of the things that is so important for us as parents to talk to our children about. Another thing that is so important for you to talk to the child about has to do with, when the child gets down from the school bus. Sometimes they're so much in a hurry to come home. They're so eager to come and meet you. They're hungry. They want to come and show you that they scored 100% in maths or they scored 99.9% in English. So as soon as they get down, they just run across the road. They don't look watching for any car or anything. So that's another point where if there's a teacher accompanying the bus, which there should be, the teacher has to make sure that the road is safe for these children to cross. But then you as a parent also need to tell your child or to teach your child road safety, when to cross the road, what to do when you get down from the school bus and then things like that. Another problem that these ones can face is what we also discussed earlier in the 2 to 5 age range. Parties, swimming pools, and things like that, falling into water bodies. At this stage too, they're still adventurous. They may decide to go out to go and swim in a pond or a river nearby. They can easily drown. So these are things that you need to teach the child. There must be an adult who can rescue the child. If they go swimming, there must be somebody who can rescue the child. A lifeguard or somebody who is trained to be able to rescue the child when they see that the child is drowning. Now this one pertains to all age ranges. It doesn't pertain only to the teenagers. The younger kids, maybe about 10, 11, may also go swimming. They may also go for parties and then things like that. Let's zoom in a little bit on the teenagers. This is a difficult period, isn't it? Yeah. Teenagers, they have the mind of their own, they're independent, they're strong, they have energy, they have exuberance, and they don't have as much maturity as we the adults. So they still do make hasty and rash decisions. So it's up to you parents to sit your teenager down. 13, 14, 15, sit the teenager down and have heart-to-heart talks with them. I will not talk about child abuse now because it's something we'll leave for another day. But things like, if you go for a party, if you go with your friends to the mall and then they buy you drinks, girls especially, once you open the drink, if you get up and you come back, don't drink it again. Somebody may have put something in your drink, Spanish fly as they used to call it. Your drink may have been spiked. So when you come back, don't drink it again. If you think that you would have wasted your money because you bought a whole 1 liter Coke and you drank only 1/4, you don't want to waste your money, then please take it with you or finish drinking it before you go to the washroom or wherever you go, because many girls have been raped as a result of going out, having a drink, and then having their drink spiked. I know some of you are thinking that, oh, but it's just a friend that she's going out with. Many rapes occur by the perpetrators being friends of the victim, people that the child knows. So please advise and teach your child that. Another thing that you need to talk to your child about has to do with when they go out with their friends, when they see others involving in risky behavior, they shouldn't. And they should be very careful. Sometimes the teenagers may go for a party. Somebody may bring drugs there. Sometimes even so below that the kids are all drinking. Somebody may put something in it, weed or something in it, or some herbs or lacquer or something in the drink. And maybe the person who was driving or who had taken his daddy's car or his mother's car is now drunk. Your child should not sit in that car. It's best that he calls you and then you come and pick him up with a taxi, walk, however, come and pick the child up, rather than the child sitting in the car of a drunken child or a drunken teenager or a drunken friend. They can easily go and kill your child. They can easily go and throw your child away. So it's so important that you discuss these things with them. The nice thing about this age range is that, unlike the younger ones, the toddlers, the infants, unlike that age range where you can't really reason with them, you can't explain things to them, you can't show them data, you can't tell them examples for them to appreciate. From those 5 years and above, you can reason with them. You can talk to them. They begin to understand things. When you relate another person's situation to them, a friend's situation to them, they begin to understand things. And then they can help keep themselves safe within the home environment, or when they go out to the mall, to the shop across the road, or wherever it is that they go. So I will end here, and in conclusion, with the child safety series, I'll just say that supervision is key. Looking for potentially hazardous substances or structures within your child's environment is key to protecting your child and keeping your child safe. And then lastly, for this older age range, begin to engage them, begin to discuss with them, begin to talk to them and to teach them how they can keep themselves safe within the home environment, outside, in boarding school, wherever it is that they may be. I nearly said what the air hostesses say, right? Wherever their final destination may be, yeah. But it's important, on a more serious note, that you begin to engage them and teach them how to keep themselves safe as they get to that age range, or as they go through their teenage years. Because at that age, they understand. I'm beginning to go round and round and round in circles. So I think I'll end it here. If you have any questions, you can drop us a message down there, and then I'll come back and then answer your questions within the soonest possible time. So thank you so much for listening. You can subscribe to our channel because we're going to be talking a lot about child health. We'll talk about nutrition, we'll talk about child abuse, I need to stop talking. We'll talk about how to keep your child stimulated, how to make your child more intelligent, how to have a well-adjusted child, how to bring up a lady, how to bring up a gentleman. All those things, we're going to talk about them. So click subscribe and just bring your questions, anything that you want us to discuss about child health. You can bring them in and then we'll discuss them soon. And of course, we'll talk about COVID, we'll talk about severe malaria and all those other diseases that I know you want to know about. So thank you. Stay tuned and then stay blessed. God be with you.